Today we're going to talk about SPF. SPF stands for Sender Policy Framework and is not covered off with inside your Google Workspace admin console. I've redirected you to this Help Center article that you can see that Google provides lots of different information around this setting and configuration. SPF is configured within your domain registrar or DNS portal, which is the external records on your domain. What SPF does, it validates what sending systems are authorized to send mail on behalf of your school domain. If your SPF is not configured, if it's invalid or misconfigured, that means your messages have a high chance of being marked as spam by the receiving systems. We want to ensure SPF is configured correctly within your school environment. If you give this a quick Google, you'll be redirected to this Help Center article, or you'll find the links in the collateral that we've shared. It's important to set up SPF accurately, and this Help Center article will guide you through on how you can do that with some specific details. On a basic level, your SPF should be configured to look like this. This means that if you've configured your domain as such, as this allows Google to be authorized to send messages on behalf of your domain, and it'll be marked as trusted. You may be wondering, how can I check my SPF record and determine if it is created or if it is valid? There are third-party systems and tools that can look up this information on your behalf. One of these examples is Demartian SPF Surveyor. You can find this website at this URL that I'll enter here. demartian.com/SPF-survey, and you'll come to this page that we're on now. It is a great tool where you can look up if your SPF is set up correctly. I will now demonstrate on how this would look like and how you can perform this lookup yourself. Enter in a domain that is yours, or anyone else's for that matter. I've typed in this domain and will select Survey Domain. As you can see, it returns saying no SPF record is found for this domain. If you've entered in your school domain and it returns this information, we recommend you that you review the steps of Google to set up SPF and reach out to your IT administrator and DNS registrar to get these records updated accurately. Once you've done so, you can come back to this page and check that it is valid. Some other examples that we can include and look at . We can say the SPF record is valid, which is great news. Ignore any warnings that this site gives you as it's going on to the next steps in terms of setting up DKIM and DMARC, which we'll cover off at a later date. As you scroll down, you can see on how this SPF record is configured. Just like the KB article here, we can see that this SPF record is configured exactly the same and is valid. For a Google School, this is configured 100% accurately. You may be using third-party systems that need to send email on behalf of your school. If that is the case, you'll need to tweak your SPF record accordingly to cater for Google and third-party systems that may be sending email on your behalf. One example of this can be found here. Again, we see the SPF record is valid, and as we scroll down, we can see this SPF record looks slightly different. We can see it includes Google sending systems, so Google is a trusted system for this school domain, as long with a third-party application or sending relay. So that is how you would cater for it, or perhaps you might enter in a specific IP address for that application. A small diagram to demonstrate what SPF looks like and how it may work. Basically, we see if you're the sender, we have your inbound mail server, which is Google or any other recipient mail server. We'll look at your domain, we'll look at the SPF record, see what systems are allowed, and once it's determined which systems are allowed, it'll determine if your message came from that system or it did not. If the message came from the SPF record trusted system, the message is authenticated. It is trusted and is delivered to the user's inbox. If the sending system did not match the sending system's SPF record, we can see it is unauthenticated, and in most cases it is moved to spam, quarantine, or blocked, depending on that system's configuration. This impacts your reputation for your domain, as this information is shared and available by these third-party systems analyzing your SPF records and inbound mail. It is therefore very necessary to ensure that your SPF record is set up correctly, it is accurate, so that third-party mail systems that you send to your external users can ensure that mail is trusted and delivered accurately. Again, if you have any questions around SPF Sender Policy Framework, reach out to your IT administrator, have a read of the Google Workspace articles. They provide some great videos and examples, and will walk you through the setup within your third-party domain registrar. Thank you for watching.